everybody knows Ghulam Mustafa, Fine Art Minerals, or FAM as we like to call it now. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well, doing well. It's so great to see you, Brian, as always. Just fantastic to have you here. You know, it's incredible to have in your film me, myself, our minerals side. Just incredible moment for me. Thanks for passing by and stopping by, man.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're excited to see you here. We know that you just launched a new website that you've been talking about on social media, and it looks fantastic. And we've got some big fans of your Instagram account.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for mentioning the website. Actually, we are launching our website, and all of our customers can just they can go to the website and they can buy whatever they want with a click of a button. Not only that, on website we have an option of custom, like if any customers want a custom order, like they want anything, they just with a click of a button just send us an email. We want this, and one of our team member, we have 5 to 6 people sitting and working on the website. They can get back to them and get them whatever they want.
So you heard that first right here. Custom ordered minerals. Anything you want, Ghulam will make it for you.
Not really that. Custom, what I meant was like, if you want in any quality, size, and price range. So I take my words back.
I'm just having a good time with you.
That's a good joke. So yeah.
Well, you never disappoint with the things that you bring.
Yeah, thank you,
and
Brian.
just looking around your booth right now,
thank you.
You are living up to your own legend.
Thank you so much. I try my best, and always I wanted to just, rise up the quality, and I want to make sure, all the people have, good things, great things, because that's what collectors want, if they wanted to just, put pieces on their collection, so it has to be a higher standard. So my plan for future, and whenever I buy minerals, is I make sure, even if it's a $1 or $100 or $100,000 specimen, it has to have a quality and static, so then collectors and the young generation people can appreciate they really are good stuff, and they really are beautiful stones as well. So I'm trying my best. It's not easy, but
no, it's not, but you're doing a great job.
We're planning to just improve it day by day and month by month. So
terrific.
Yeah,
why don't you walk us through some of your killer pieces you have here?
Sure, absolutely. I would like to just start with this case. This is a new find of beautiful green tourmaline on doubly terminated quartz with poloxide combination as well. What I so like about pieces like these are they're really good contrast, and the tourmalines are sitting so beautifully on quartz. What is so special for me is each and every specimen of them, you see the quartz are all doubly terminated, and all the tourmalines that are sitting on them, they are doubly terminated as well. So, something new and something exciting for me.
So both the tourmalines and the quartz are doubly
terminated, which is something, odd and unique from Pakistan. It's a new find from Chapu mine in Shigar Valley from Pakistan. And I like the contrast of it as well, and, the
Which
color.
is your favorite one of these 2 shelves? Maybe you can bring it out, or one of your favorite ones.
Absolutely, I can just pull out one of my favorite one would be this piece
I
here.
had my eye on that.
Because if you see the tourmaline, they are doubly terminated.
Let me put a little extra light on it there.
Yeah, perfect. And then you can see, Brian, the quartz is perfect all around. You see this end is perfect. And actually all of the quartz is included with the crystals of tourmaline as well. If you can just point that out and show. Yeah, you can see all the tourmalines are included in there, and also included here. And you can see the quartz is perfectly doubly terminated as well.
Great.
Yeah.
And what's the asking price on that?
Yeah, this one would be around 12,000 euros or dollars. Same rate as well.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays.
Nowadays, it's just both the same, So yeah, the static for me is to have a gemmy quartz with the beautiful green tourmaline sitting on them is something that the contrast makes it special for me.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
And then we have a little ones as well, starting from 700 and 1200 and 1500, and goes up to like 15 or 20,000. So we have actually everything for every range customer. So that's I want to make sure as well that when we buy something, we make sure that we have everything for everybody. So if somebody wants to spend 500, there you go. We have pieces for 500 as well. If somebody wants to go higher and larger pieces, we have that too.
So they can get a killer piece at just about any price point.
Absolutely they can, yeah, absolutely. And then of course some of these bubblegum pink tourmalines as well I would like to mention. I think they have to be noted because the color on them is really, really remarkable. I really love the color and contrast of them. beautifully sitting with albite and quartz, and they are from Pachigram mine in Nuristan province, Afghanistan. They were actually 2 years ago fined, and it was one of the best finds that we had of pink tourmalines from Afghanistan.
That's great. Why don't we take one of those out?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'd like to take one of this piece out. Multiple crystals grown
Look at
together.
the way it just glows.
Yeah, that's what's special about these finds, because it glows really great. It's just with a beautiful septic quartz, and with the lepidolite, with the beautiful albite. So yeah, the color is something that makes these finds really special.
Great. And what's the price on that one?
Yeah, that one is for 18,000. Yeah.
Great piece.
Yeah.
And then it looks like you got some cut stones there. What's
Yeah,
that?
actually I wanted to talk about that. You know, this is what I wanted to do in future, because, you know, I have an idea of doing a cut and rough as well. This one that you're pointing out is 140 carat indicolite tourmaline from Afghanistan, you know, loop clean, no inclusions as well. And then next to it is a bicolor tourmaline from Africa, and also 77 carat loop clean without any inclusion, really beautiful one. And right next to it is something that I have a project in future I would like to do. You have a rough crystals of green tourmaline, mint green, very famous from Afghanistan. It's from Jabba mine in Dore Page and Kunar province, Afghanistan. And right next to it is a same stone cut from the same rough stone, same type. It's 45 carat of loop clean.
So you're doing like rough and cuts.
Rough and cuts as well, yeah. This is and right next to it is an amazing mangano tantalite that usually we don't see so gemmy, with the rough and cut, which is truly remarkable in my opinion, because usually they're too dark.
Yeah.
And right next to it is a beautiful besnasite crystal with a cut stone of 23 carat, cut by Victor Tuzlov, I think his name is. So he cut this stone, and it's just remarkable piece. So yeah, this is something that I would like to concentrate in future, and I want to put a case of these rough and cut, and maybe some really beautiful rough stones as well.
Rough and cuts are very, very popular.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I think you've got your finger on the pulse.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
that's the reason I would like to concentrate on that. And from here, we want to move to one of my second favorite case in my boot, with some really marvelous pieces, I think. As you can see here, right here is really odd combination of tourmaline with quartz and with the cesium, alkali-rich beryl. Cesium-rich beryl.
Wow,
They
okay.
used to come like, you know, in loose crystals 2 years ago. Schneider's, Stephanie and Robert.
Right. I remember when they first
had,
made it on the market in Tucson.
Exactly, yeah. They were single crystal, really fabulous pieces. But this one, this time we have it with a beautiful tourmaline and quartz. So, as you can see,
Yeah,
maybe it
go.
glows really beautiful. And then, of course, this incredible zoning tourmaline, I think, as well.
So that one goes for asking price is
26,000, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really special, I think, for the combination.
Definitely.
Yeah, this one is really good for the zoning. I think you can see the zoning on it.
Oh yeah.
On top of that, that tourmaline. They're from Paprok, Afghanistan, and right next to it is also a blue cat, beautiful tourmaline from Paprok, Afghanistan. And some of the really fine Paprok tourmalines as well. Actually, this Faden quartz, I would like to point out, is really, really special, because you can see it's beautiful gemmy Faden quartz sitting on a matrix with calcite. And right here you can see this amazing aquamarine.
Well, let's go back to the Faden quartz for a second.
Sure, yeah.
Your price on that is $3,500, if I'm seeing that correctly,
Yes,
right?
yeah, that's right.
Which
yes.
is, I mean, that's an incredible price.
I really think it's a really great piece and very fair price. To have a Faden quartz in such a quality and perfection,
Yeah.
you know, I think on matrix, I think it's a
that.
really good thing. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay. Then you were talking about this aquamarine.
Yeah,
right
this
here.
aquamarine. It's just flawless with an incredible termination, pointed termination. I think it's one of my favorite aquamarine in the shelf. It has a patrons on the side as well, and amazing termination.
I love, you say it's one of my favorite aquamarines on the shelf.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
a little context clue. We're waiting for some other things
There's
later.
going to be some great pieces, yes, of course. Yeah, I would like to show this incredible Faden quartz sitting on a flower of calcite. I think it's something really unique, and usually we don't see Faden quartz on calcite, but this one is a really killer in my opinion. Really beautiful piece. In such a size to get that as well. And
When
that's
did that
price.
come out?
Yeah, these came out last year.
Okay.
These are last year production, and there are some couple of loose crystals next to it as well. A really, really fine one. They are like one of the best ones that I have seen for a long time.
Great.
And if you can point out this amazing epidote from Pakistan, it exactly looks like the Austrian find that they find from there, but just truly remarkable quality.
Look at that.
Glows like crazy, lustrous and beautiful.
What doesn't Pakistan produce?
Yeah, I think it's a treasure
Yeah.
country.
It really is.
It produces nearly everything, you know. So, yeah. So this is one of our second case with the arrangement of. And also, Brian, I'd like to mention that whenever I set up my case, I make sure that the colors are matching with each other and they're with a good contrast. A lot of people, they might realize that, oh, they bring the minerals and put it like that. Not really. Honestly,
No, I've been watching you set up over the last few days.
I mean, sometimes
you
it
take
takes
your
me
time.
days.
Yeah. Yep.
And even during the show, sometimes I just mix and match to make sure that they look good. So I think that the case looks really good contrast of colors. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you. And I want to move into the next case here. So again, we have here a beautiful contrast of colors of different minerals, like nice stagnala tourmaline there, like a tower sitting on an albite with lepidolite, really beautiful. And then we have this beautiful brookite freestanding on matrix. I think really aesthetic piece. You can see the color.
Yep.
Really good color as well. And brucite from Old
Brucite.
Find, which is really beautiful. Then we have this tourmaline from Paprok as well, which is very nice. I think the contrast of the albite with quartz, I think it makes it really special.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
And some small things here, but I would like to point out, Brian, on these beryllinite and hamburgite. I know it's not like a mineral wanted by everybody, but the beryllium minerals, like these are so special to get them on this size.
Yep.
And especially the hamburgite, as you can see, it's around 23 centimeters, twin crystal, doubly terminated, which is, I think, for museums and some private collectors who like to collect rare minerals, I think it's one of the best ever to came from Afghanistan, from Badakhshan province, Afghanistan.
Now, you brought out some hamburgites, some pretty impressive ones in Tucson.
I
about
did, yeah.
7 or 8 years
8 years ago
right?
as well.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember
Perfect.
it very well.
Yeah, yeah. And I like these oddities and rarities as well. Now I like to go to one of my favorite shelves. It really is favorite because I love titanium minerals. And you can see this shelf, I work really hard to arrange beautiful pieces of brookite. And right next to it is really beautiful pieces of rutiles. It was a new find 2 years ago with agerine and albite from Pakistan. And then I have this beautiful selection from Zagi Mountain, cinchasite, the basnasite, the xenotime, the parasite. I just love these rarities.
I love it, man.
Yeah, I think it's for rare collectors. I think it's going to be a shelf that they should look into it. I think it's really, really unique to get it in this quality and selection. So,
And I just have to point out, I mean, I love
There you
this
go.
piece back here with that so little
it's like
brookite
it's like a
sitting there.
ship or fish. Maybe I just take
Totally.
it out, like you can see it's like a fish, and then this brookite is sitting right on it. It's crazy, really
That is
beautiful.
such a cool piece.
And look at how it crazy glows, like so it glows really beautifully, and you can see the little tail of the quartz at the back as well. And it's totally floated, like complete at the back and front. And you can see the back as well. It glows really beautiful.
Yeah.
Totally floater specimen.
That's scintillating.
Yeah.
That
A
is
ship
a
you
great
can call
piece.
it, or you can call it a scorpion, or a fish.
Yep, yep.
Call it anything you want, but it's beautiful.
You call it anything you want, it's still
Exactly.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Kidak. I'm glad that you pointed that out. So, there you go. And then right next to it, again, a selection of nice tourmalines and aquamarines and the idea is that, you know, we have everything for everyone. Like, you know, in this shelf, in this case, I have put some thumbnails, some killer miniatures. So if we have people looking for thumbnails, they can have a thumbnails. If miniatures, they can have a miniatures. As you can see on the case, you know, there's some beautiful association and the beautiful arrangement of pink topaz, tourmaline, emerald, denberite, apatite. We have selection of everything for everybody. A tantalite, of course.
It is so fun to see what you bring to market and where you came from.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that a lot.
I mean, I think we talk about this every time we're together.
We do actually, Brian.
Remember back when you were at the Pueblo
2013.
and Herb Aboda introduced me to
2013, and Herb Aboda was such a great guy. You know, we love him, and Monica as well. They've been greatly helpful. It's a great pleasure that they were helping me. I remember that day, and I talked with Herb, and he says, you know, I know your father for 50 years.
Right.
Why could I not help you? And he grabbed you, and he says, oh, this guy, okay, I film it because of you. Maybe I thought you weren't thinking that he's going to pull out some great things, but you were happy from me as well every year that I was bringing good things. And it was a real pleasure that you gave me the opportunity to be in your film. And since 2013 and now 2022, since then every year.
Absolutely.
I mean,
every year, multiple shows, wherever you are.
And every year I'm trying to improve, and I'm really sure that you're happy with my material and everything as well.
And, you know, going back to this this fish brookite specimen, I think the first time we filmed you, it was because you have all these brookites that just came out.
Indeed it is, yes.
Yeah, you
because we've been
that.
working in the mine for 20 years, and I brought a shelf, a case full of brookites, which was, you know, really surprising for you as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I think now we're going to move to one of my all-time favorite, like usually always at my shows, I always have one jewel box with some jewel pieces. In my opinion, I think there are every single piece in this case, let me just open it. It has its own character, it has its own quality. So let's just pull out this piece, start with this one, a beautiful. Let me just show you this. Now that's a beautiful tourmaline with a smoky quartz from Paprak mine, Afghanistan. As you can see, the whole matrix is covered with a beautiful quartz and beautiful white albite, and it's like a pineapple tourmaline, I call it.
You know, that's a really good description. I mean, the clustering of the quartz at the bottom is so unusual.
Yeah.
And then how the tourmalines just kind of stick out of the top like that.
And it's perfect
great.
with the pink lepidolite. You can see the back is absolutely, you know, all the matrix is covering the tourmaline, and the tourmalines are freestanding, growing right on the top of the smoky quartz, which I think is really incredible object. Really beautiful object.
That's great.
So yeah, I wanted to pull that out. And then of course in the case you can see this impressive 5.3 kilogram of spodumene variety kunzite, doubly terminated, twinned from Kunar province, Dareh Page, Afghanistan. I think it's one of the finest kunzite that I have seen in such a long time as well, you know. It's jammy, 80% clean and perfectly terminated. You know, it's really impressive.
That's a great piece.
And right next to it is just, you know, typical Paprak, but really beautiful 4.3 kilogram crystal with the side crystal, perfectly terminated, really static specimen. So that's, you can see the contrast of the color, the kunzite, and then the green tourmaline, then the pink tourmaline. Right next to it is a pink tourmaline from Paprak.
I love that. I saw that you had posted that on Facebook.
Yes, on Facebook I did. Great quality, nice aesthetics. I love the little crystal shooting on the top of it, like, you know, which makes the specimen for me.
Absolutely.
And it's absolutely perfect.
But I love the little change in color on the side crystal that comes out of the very edge there. Goes from that pink to that, it almost goes colorless and then green, and then it's like it's going back into pink.
Into pink, exactly.
Yep.
And I actually like the little albites and quartz. It makes it like, you know, nice contrast as well.
Absolutely. Gives it a nice 3D kind of texture.
Yeah. Here there is a beautiful, you know, bow tie epidote, stalactite. Actually, you've never seen from Pakistan something like that. It's actually stalactite of epidote. Small crystals of bow tie epidotes have created this stalactite, which is in my opinion, really static specimen.
When did that come out?
They came 2 years ago, this specimen came.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I love this kind of this mint green termination
this
on the
is
Tourmaline.
This is really typical from Lagman province, Mavi mine. I think they produce mint green with the pink. I think they're really famous from there and rarely produced, but really beautiful color.
That is just beautiful.
So yeah, I think
That's a killer case. I
Great.
think you did it.
thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot of energy on that.
Well, it shows. It certainly
Thank
does.
you. I hope you guys like it, but as you know, Brian, at the end, always we want to come up with something really spectacular because that's the fun of the show, and just because of this fun, I really work hard that I have to have always something really special to show to our viewers. That's what we do, show
That's right.
people all our great stuff, not to stack it away. We want them to see it, we want them to appreciate it and see what nature does. So you ready? I'll pull it out.
Let's go. Should we go on the back with you?
I can bring it over here
Okay.
if you like.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll wait right here.
Okay.
This is always the fun part of the show where we get to see what we used to call the bathroom rocks, but
There
we
you
give them
go.
a little bit more. Oh, wow. Look at this.
What you see here, Brian, is a spectacular freestanding crystal of aquamarine with a beautiful side crystal on a snow white albite, beautiful muscovite, and smoky quartz.
God,
You
look
couldn't
at that.
ask for a better matrix for
Look at the
for aquamarine
dynamics
to
on
sit.
this
Yeah.
thing.
And I like to point out in the termination as well, it's crazy lustrous. It shines like a diamond,
Yep.
Yeah, it's just,
Look at that.
you can see that.
Now I'm thinking back to the aquamarines that you had at this year's Tucson, and now we got this. You're like aquamarine king.
I try my best, but really aesthetic, and I really like the color, and
That is
it's
fabulous.
aesthetic. And
That is fabulous. Look at that piece.
it's so perfectly.
And I love the asymmetry of it.
The symmetry is
it's
something that makes it fun.
well, I mean, if it were perfectly symmetrical, I
Yeah.
don't think it would be as interesting.
Yes.
It's heavier on the left.
Yes.
And just that, it gives it kind of more dynamic for
Right.
your eyes to move across. I love
And nice
that.
matrix as well, It's
Yeah.
the best matrix you can just ask for, like albite, quartz, muscovite, and then sitting this blue aquamarine on it, the best contrast that you could ask.
That is just wicked. Yeah. All right.
Great. So let me just pull out another piece that I want to show you.
Yeah, so we don't like to call these bathroom rocks anymore. We give them a little bit more respect, but the whole
There
idea
you go.
was
I love
these are
show,
just the ones that are for special people. Look at
but
this.
really look at the aesthetic on that one. Beautiful albite with the crystals of shell. The way they're grown is just amazing. Brian is only, shell. People could say, oh, it's only black tourmaline, but when you see the aesthetic of it,
Well,
it's
you
truly
could take,
remarkable.
You could take a common mineral and find a uncommon, exceptional version of it,
Right.
and it is the best of species. And this is like in that rank.
I mean,
It's again,
a
it's
dream
just
piece,
Shoral,
right?
but it's like
exactly,
show me one that's better.
There you go.
Yeah.
The aesthetic, the way it's grown with the little albite, it's just perfect everywhere. White albite right in the front. The crystals are shooting so perfectly. Nice termination and incredible aesthetic. So, for me, it's one of the best I've ever seen from Pakistan, to be honest with you. And
Superb.
I dream for pieces like that. To be honest with you.
Superb.
Really aesthetic.
All right.
Thank you, Brian.
Wow.
Let me just pull out the last piece that I will show you. The other piece I would like to show you a beautiful 2 kilogram of konzite,
Oh,
but
look
I
at
would
that.
like to show the color of it, how,
Oh man.
look at that.
Oh man. Look at that.
It's incredible, really
That is like
incredible.
Joker purple. Oh.
Truly remarkable. It's loop clean, 90% clean. You can cut a big stone out of it, but which I would never do that. And you can see the termination is just incredible.
That is crazy color.
It's one of the best I have seen for kunzite. It's perfectly terminated without any damage.
You know, and it's funny because when you just hold it like that, I
Yeah.
can see your arm through the crystal.
You-
It's that
you
clear.
could- yep, yeah, it's
but then
very
you look at
gentle.
it, you know, along the C-axis,
Yeah.
and you see that incredible color. Absolutely superb piece.
Perfectly clean, perfectly terminated.
Look at that. You can see the shelves behind the kunzite through it. But that color, my God.
Really, really special, I believe. And I can put on the side, you can see, and then it's doubly terminated as well. You can see the bottom. It's perfectly crystallized. No damage whatsoever.
Superb.
Yeah. Bring it
Superb.
back to you. Yeah.
That is crazy great. That's a real joy to view.
Great. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like them, and I really hope that the viewers like them as well. And
I'm
it's always
sure
a
they
pleasure
will.
for us to show some of our great minerals to them. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for all you watching, and we look forward to seeing you, and then look forward to have my WhatsApp and messages of yours and asking about anything you want. So I would like to at the end mention that, you know, I want to bring my team, that I have a team. Come on, guys.
Come on, team.
I have the best team ever, like, you know. And there you go, Mr. Wali,
Okay,
Irfan
now
Zazi,
all of you
and
have to
Haider.
start singing, "We are family."
We are family, part of the best and fan.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
I
Brian,
love
thank you
it.
so much.
I love it.
I've been blessed to have a team like that, and
Yes,
I've been
you
blessed to
have.
have a Brian like this. That every time bringing us in the film, we are very grateful and thankful. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Brian.
Take care.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.